You want to know about sampling and copywriting? Well, this is the video you need to watch. So in music production, sampling is super popular. Lots in hip hop, lots in EDM, some in other genres too. But where's the legality in that? Because you can't just take anybody's music and put it in your own. The artist you're taking from, they don't like that. And you probably wouldn't either if somebody took your song and did a bunch of stuff to it and put it out as their own, right? So what is sampling? How do people do it legally? And what are some instances of what happens when you do sample without asking permission? We're gonna talk about all of that. So let's talk about copyright. Copyright is a protection that's put in place by a government, and this is different in every country. Every country has very specific rules. So you want to make sure that you are doing your homework before you go out onto this journey. So copyright just protects your intellectual property, or IP. So if you come up with an idea, copyright will protect that idea from other people stealing it and claiming it as their own. So let's talk about some examples of good ways to use copyrighted material and bad ways. So a good way is just getting permission. So you get permission from the copyright holder if you want to use any sort of recorded material in your song. Let's, like, for example, like a remix. You want to take the vocal from an original song. That's pretty popular when you want to make a remix. If you want to do it the right way, the legal way, you would have to approach the copyright owner, whether it be the artist or the label or whomever owns that copyright, and ask permission to use it. If they grant you permission, they'll usually grant you permission with some stipulations, like you have to pay them a bunch of money. That's just how it works. When you do that, you get permission, then you can put that in your song and put it out for release. The bad use is when you just take that sample and go, I'm just going to use it and we'll figure it out later. Lots and lots and lots of producers do this. I used to do this all the time, just putting out bootlegs, without asking permission. Because, a lot of times, it's going to be hard to get permission from these people because they get inundated with emails all the time, like, hey, sign me to your label, or let me remix this song. So a lot of times your emails will go unanswered. So a lot of times people will just be like, there's a popular song, I want to capitalize on the hype. They make a remix of that song, put it out, and platforms like SoundCloud, they'll take that down if they can. They'll scan that material and they'll be like, hey, you're using copyrighted material, you can't do this. One example where a very famous artist who you definitely know, Skrillex, he sampled this YouTube video. I'm gonna play it right now.
Yes! Oh my gosh!
You instantly recognize that sample, right? Well, he didn't ask permission for that. He just used it, put it out. That album won a Grammy. Later, he went back and paid a bunch of money, which is a strategy you could do. It really just comes down to whether or not your song blows up. Because if your song blows up and you start making money, people are going to come around saying, hey, you owe me some money. So let's talk about some things that you can't copyright. Those would be chords, rhythm, and arrangement. You could take your favorite song, your absolute favorite song, and you could copy the chords from it. You could copy the exact drum pattern and the exact arrangement. The thing you couldn't copy would be the melody. So like there's like a lead melody in that song, or lyrics. It can't sound too close. And this is where copyright kind of gets fuzzy because it's all up to interpretation at this point. But I like to tell this piece of information to new producers when they have trouble just figuring out the basics and fundamentals. It's okay to copy chords, rhythm, and arrangement. And you could copy it like, all right, 16 bar intro, 16 bar build, 32 bar drop, or whatever your favorite song's arrangement is, you can copy that exactly. Because same thing with chords and rhythm and drum patterns. There's only a finite amount of them. If we could copyright rhythm, house music would not exist as a genre, because one person would have done the 4 on the floor kicks and we'd all be done. EDM in general wouldn't exist as a genre. So that's where you can get creative by just adding your own flavor on top of something that already has been established. There's an awesome video online called The Axis of Awesome, and they just play these 4 chords, and you'll hear how many popular songs have been written with the same chord progression.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me. No woman, no cry. Yeah, Mama, this surely is a dream. I come from a land down under.
All of these chords are already being used, and the same arrangements being used, same drum patterns. So feel free, go ham on ripping off your favorite chord progressions, rhythm, and arrangement. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. We'll see you guys in the next one.